The disaster drill matching a real emergency, Santiago, Chile. It was just another routine disaster drill, the kind practiced year after year. For the emergency services in Santiago, Chile, this was their time to rehearse the unthinkable. The signals went off, loud, insistent, filling the air with urgency. Everyone knew their role. Firefighters, paramedics, and police moved swiftly, practicing their responses to a simulated earthquake. They'd done it countless times before, right down to the smallest detail. But no one could have prepared for what happened next. As the drill continued, the ground beneath their feet began to tremble. At first it was subtle, a slight vibration like the hum of an engine. Then it intensified. The shaking grew violent. The concrete beneath their boots cracked. Buildings swayed, their steel frames groaning under the pressure. The drill had become a nightmare. It wasn't part of the exercise. This was real. Santiago's skies turned grey and dust filled the air as people screamed and scattered for cover. But in the midst of the chaos, a strange, almost surreal calm took over the emergency response team. They didn't hesitate. They didn't freeze. The mock disaster they had practiced for so many times had suddenly become their lived reality. The line between drill and disaster had blurred. In the middle of the destruction, a firefighter stood frozen for a moment, his mind scrambling to comprehend what was happening. His colleagues rushed around him, but for a heartbeat, he couldn't move. How could this be happening? He had just simulated this very moment. Was this a twisted coincidence, or fate making its move? In the streets, civilians stumbled out of damaged buildings, their faces pale with terror, only to be met by a team of well-drilled emergency responders already taking action. It was almost as if they'd known exactly what to do. The hospital teams had pre-positioned medical supplies and rescue units were already at the sites where buildings had collapsed, all because they had practiced it countless times. The shaking finally stopped. Silence fell over the city, but the dust still hung in the air. The magnitude of what had just happened set in. This wasn't a drill. It was real. The earthquake had struck just as the simulation had, down to the very second. When the aftermath was assessed, the responders knew they had narrowly avoided catastrophe. Their training had saved lives that day. It had been a disaster drill. But it became something more, an extraordinary testament to preparation, to fate, and to the unbreakable resolve of those who are ready to face the unthinkable. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow.